in today with Pet Perspective. Spring has sprung, and that does mean some time hiking in the outdoors, which can result in some unwanted hitchhikers like ticks, which makes my skin crawl just thinking about them.
Yes.
I think ticks are gross. So joining us right now is Dr. Jennifer Norman from the Ada Animal Hospital, as well as one of my favorite animals in the entire world, her pet bunny. This is Mr. Bugs.
This is Mr. Bugs, and he's joining us today. It's Easter season, so we thought we'd bring out a little bunny today for everyone.
Seriously, I was so excited when I walked in. I love bunnies. Okay, we'll talk about bunnies here in just a bit too, with Easter on the way. However, let's get to that not so pleasant topic, which is ticks.
Yes.
Okay, so are we in tick season right now?
We are definitely in tick season, which I like to say it's always tick season.
Okay.
They don't go away. If they died in the winter, we wouldn't have to worry about them in the spring. So they are here all the time, but this time of year, we're out hiking, we're adventuring, the ticks are getting on us. And so it is tick season in Idaho.
Okay, so ticks. Some people may not be aware of like what is a tick, what does it look like? So can we cover that first really quick?
Yeah, so ticks are tiny, tiny little insects. We mostly think of them as these, big engorged, creatures that we see on us.
They look like a jelly bean with legs and antennas.
It's a great way to describe them, yes. But they can be as small as a poppy seed. So think of your poppy seed muffin. That's how small they can be. So we're not always going to see them on us as well. That's another big thing about making sure that we're preventing ticks even getting onto us. Okay. Tiny, tiny things.
And what do ticks do once they are on us? This is a part that makes my skin crawl.
What they want to do is they are blood feeders. So they get on, they find a nice spot to burrow down. They stick their little mouth on us or our dogs, and they will sit there and suck our blood.
Yes. And they bury their head, don't they? Underneath the skin.
They bury their head, and they regurgitate what they've already eaten from another animal into our blood.
This is delightful.
I know, a happy topic for our day.
Seriously. But the reason why I wanted to talk about that specifically is because I wanted people to understand the importance of why we should be checking for ticks on our animals and ourselves.
Yes.
When we're out in the wilderness, because of the fact that it does regurgitate, the fact that it does bury its head, that opens us and makes us susceptible, or a pet susceptible, to illnesses.
Exactly. That's how we transmit disease. So it's not that, okay, we found one, it's engorged on us, it's been feeding. If you find one that's been engorged and big, if it had a disease, it's transmitted it to you or your pet. Yeah. And that's why it's really important that, again, we prevent this from even happening.
Okay, so prevent. So if you find one, get it off right away. We'll talk about that in a moment.
Yes.
But let's talk about that prevention. How do we do that?
So best thing to do is get your pets onto some type of prevention, whether it be an oral monthly prevention, something topical. Depending on your lifestyle, where you go, there's going to be different options for you. So talk to your vet. They're going to let you decide or help you decide which is going to be the best for you and your family. Okay.
And so if it's something that they're taking internally, that will then repel a tick from actually
It repels,
attaching.
and the best thing about the oral ones, that when it's internal, is when they bite and they try to feed, it's going to kill them, so they don't have time to transmit disease, and that's a really, really key thing.
Yes. Okay, so let's say that your pet is not on a preventative medication, or you as a person are not on preventative medication. How do we remove a tick?
So you want to remove them from the head. So tweezers, if you're able to get down at the head and remove them, you don't want to grab the belly, because then you're just going to squish everything back into you. And you're going to leave that head in your skin or in your pet's skin. So getting tweezers, really delicately going down to the base, almost pinching the skin and pulling them off.
What about the theory of burning them with a match and then taking tweezers?
I have seen that. I've seen burns from that, so I can't recommend that method.
All right, that's why I asked. Okay, because you might actually injure your pet or yourself.
Exactly.
So just be very careful. As mentioned, prevention is the key here, though. All right, and then if you suspect that your dog or pet has had a tick, what do you do after you remove it?
Call your vet, take a picture of it or save it if you can. That way they can help identify it, and is this one that carries one of these bad diseases we need to be concerned about. But call your vet. We'll often want to get you in within a month or two and test your pet for those tick-borne diseases. If we can identify them early, we can often treat them too.
Okay, and we're talking about dogs, obviously, hiking. Sometimes cats can get these.
Cats can get them too. Really, any of our animals can.
Even bunnies?
Even bunnies. And so even bunnies, if you have outdoor bunnies that are coming in and your kids are cuddling them and you're in a high area where you might have fleas or other parasites, there are preventions even for our little critters. So again, talk to your vet about that.
Okay, and bunnies, really quick, we only got 30 seconds.
Yes.
So Beautiful animals. Big fan, love them. However, we're coming up on Easter. People might want to be gifting pets,
bunnies. Yep, you want a cute
bunnies,
Easter
yes.
bunny or a chick, and just remember, it is a lifelong commitment. Mr. Bugs here, he is 8 years old, so I've had him for 7 of those years. He was an Easter gift that had to be rehomed, and so just reminding everyone that these guys can live 9, 10, up to 13 years. They
And
are
they're a
part
lot
of the
of work.
family. They are a lot of work. They're
rabbit's
not
a lot of work.
They're not a put on the wall and forget about them. You need a hutch. They are interactive. They love to play, and they're mischievous. They like to get into things too, so they have to be supervised.
They're not just cute and fluffy.
No, but they are that.
They are. Dr. Norman, how do people find you?
On our website, idaho-animal.com, the best place to go.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bugs. You're adorable.
You're
Thank you, Dr.
welcome.
Norman.
Of
Always
course.
appreciate you. Everyone, stick around because we got a lot more to come right here on Idaho Today right after the break, including Paint the Town with NeighborWorks Boise. Details coming up.